Alright, stage 2, we enter the jungle. Right away we get a much more useful costume than the sweeper. But first Mickey has to switch back to his normal clothes, because you can't talk to ghosts while dressed as a janitor. As far as these ghosts are concerned, I honestly have no idea who they are. I'm sure they made an appearance or two in ancient Mickey Mouse shorts, but they're never named in the game. I have never seen them before. Maybe I'm just being an idiot, but I don't know who these ghosts are supposed to be. But as it turns out, they've been taking care of Pluto, and they've invited us back to their haunted house, so that sounds like a good plan. We're gonna make our way through the jungle to get to the haunted house, and they give us the safari outfit to do so. The safari outfit is actually pretty useful. It's got a couple of hooks, lets you swing from little knobs like that. The mini enemies in this stage are the little tree guys. If you bust out the sweeper, you can suck the leaves off of them, but there's really no point in doing so. And if you want to get a coin from them, you gotta suck them out twice, once for the leaves and once for what's underneath. So just jump on them normally. The safari outfit also lets you climb on walls, even as small as individual blocks. You can also hang from underneath ledges, but you can't jump up onto the ledge that you're hanging from, so it's only marginally useful. When you're swinging, if enemies are placed right, you can kick them in the head, and it's kind of funny. I like to do it when I can. But already, we're at mini-boss. This time, it's a giant turtle. He kind of pops up, waits for us to hit him in the head, goes back into the water. Occasionally doesn't attack from the water, which she's about to demonstrate here. Spins around, spits water everywhere, but you just bounce on him. He doesn't have a chance of hitting you. And from there, it's pretty much a waiting game. Bop him when he comes out, swing around, see if he's going to do a spinny attack, and just hit him more than he hits you, which frankly is very easy. I managed to botch it up a couple times here just because I'm an idiot, but there you go. That's the entirety of the turtle mini-boss. Yeah. You can kick him in the head, hanging from the hook, but it requires him to be standing at a particular place and facing a particular direction, which he doesn't do very often, so I wasn't able to demo it here. I try at one point and just end up getting hurt for my troubles. And another spinning attack. This is one of those bosses that, if he bothered, could just never take damage. Because the only time we can hurt him is when he pops out of the water and sticks himself out of his shell. But he's not even attacking when he's doing that. His only attack is this water spinning thing, so if he just did that, eventually Mickey would fall asleep or something. I don't know. I don't know what this turtle hopes to accomplish. But he's dead now, so we can move on with our lives. I'll change costumes because I think I want to, but I end up very wrong because I forgot about this room. So we switch right back to the safari gear so we can start climbing. These little snails, you can jump on them and toss them around. Just make sure you don't jump on them when their obvious spikes are protruding. Other than that, they just have little boxing gloves for some reason. It's kind of cute, I guess. These snakes, if you run into their face, will hurt you, but you can jump on their head and then they're a platform. I missed the secret door there. And we'll get back. Some more useless hanging from the trees. Boxing glove snails. This level is significantly longer than the circus level. Pretty much all of them are, and they make much better use of the enemies that they create unique to each level. Here we'll open a box with the safari hook. It just hooks onto the handle and walk far enough away, and there you go. We got another heart. Fills up all your damage and gives you an extra hit. Always nice to find those. You can climb up a lot farther up the right here and ascend that way. I prefer this way. It's a little more dynamic and interesting because you're jumping on snakes and stuff. You can see some flying squirrels bopping around, also with boxing gloves. Momentum not really important when you're jumping from the swinging hooks. Not that sophisticated, it's just positional jumping. Sliding down vines, making our way down from the trees that we just climbed up. Occasionally bopping a flying squirrel as we go on. Just in case you've been abusing the sweeper in this section, they hand you a battery to refill its energy. These fish spit at you, it does damage, but it's all at a very specific angle and they'll almost never hit you. And here we're approaching poisonous gas. Gasp. And rocks that fit right over the poisonous gas fence. But you can't hook onto them with a safari gear and pull them. Of course I jump right in and get myself hurt because I'm smart like that. What you have to do is not what I just did, but I'll demonstrate that it doesn't work anyway. But yeah, you need the sweeper, because this is one hell of a vacuum. It'll pull that boulder right across the ground, so you can cap off the poisonous gas vent, or jump up and get an extra life. Little mini doll, it's an extra life. When I was playing with my sister, we would pardon out extra lives depending on what doll it was. So, if it was a Mickey doll, only Mickey could get it. It'll benefit whoever picks it up, but that's just how me and my siblings roll. And that's an old habit dying hard right there. When you're playing with a 6-button controller, changing costumes is 1 button, and a 3-button controller, changing costumes is the start button. So I screwed that up a couple of times in this video. Just an old habit, refusing to die. It actually was pretty annoying on those 3-button controllers, especially when you get the next costume, and I can tell you why. You can fight this boss with the safari gear, and it helps with some attacks, but mostly, again, I prefer standard Mickey to toss the coconuts at him. Bonk. But yeah, he's got basically 3 attacks. Shakes the trees, drops the coconuts down. He's got bouncing between the trees that you just saw, and then landing somewhere in the middle. As long as you're off to either side, he's not going to get you after that one. And then he's got dash up a tree as Sonic the Hedgehog and try to drop on your head, but he doesn't do a very good job of that. Because whenever he's up in the foliage, and you'll see it soon. Here it comes. Whenever he's up in the foliage, the leaves will shake, and he'll peek his head down. He'll usually do that 2 or 3 times, but then when he's actually going to drop down, the leaves shake for longer. And yeah, then you pop him in the head and he dies. And that's the jungle. Haunted House is coming up next, and that's going to be a thrill ride because we get the final costume. And you'll see what that is next time. See you then.